Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Hoekstra again. We are working on Module 1 from 7th grade. I'm on page 56, Lesson 14, Multi-Step Ratio Problems. Lesson 14 on page 56. You will notice that I already have my essential questions. Basically, what I want to know is, what are two methods used for computing fractional discounts? Okay, what are two methods used for computing fractional discounts? I hope to show you more than two ways. I would like it if you could take the methods I'm showing you, find the one or ones that make the most sense to your brain, and then really take off and use that, okay? That's the reason I show you the multiple methods, is so that you know different ways to solve the same problems. All right, that being said, let's go ahead and get started here. And by the way, fractional discounts tells me I'm probably dealing with shopping problems, and I like that idea. All right. Peter's Pants Palace advertises the following sale. Shirts are half off the original price. I'm going to underline shirts are half off. All right. Pants are 1/3 off. Underline, circle that. And shoes are 1/4 off. Okay. If a pair of shoes costs $40, what is the sale price, right? If shoes are originally $40, what is the sale price? Well, I'm just going to jot myself a note. Shoes, it said, are 1/4 off. I'm just going to jot myself that little note because I know that I'm dealing with shoes, right? So I'm going to kind of just jot that stuff down. All right, well, for those of you who like tape diagrams, maybe you learned those last year in 6th or 8th, right? So I'm going to draw my piece of tape, my tape diagram. This represents the whole entire price. It was $40, right? $40, that's the whole thing. Well, I want 1/4 of it off. So I'm going to split my tape, my diagram, into 4 equal pieces, right? 1/4. I'm going to take 4 pieces, 1/4, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, the whole thing, right? I have 4 equal parts, so I'm going to put 4 equal amounts in each one of those, right? $10, $10, $10, $10, so 4 of them. Right, makes my $40. 1/4 of it is gone, so I'm going to eliminate 1/4. Right, take 1/4 of it and take it off. So what do I have left? Yep, I have $30 left. Right, it's going to cost me $30. Well, there is another way I could do it. All right, or you could solve it another way. I could take $40. And I can subtract 1/4 of the $40. And that's really what we did in our picture. We took our $40, the whole thing, and we subtracted 1/4 of it off, right? So it's 40 minus 10, and again, I get $30. Okay? Or, you're like, Mrs. Hoekstra, it says 2 methods, you're giving me 3. Yep. I want you to pick the one that makes the most sense to you. If I buy my shoes at full price, right? At full price, I buy the whole one shoe, the full price, minus the 1/4 off, okay? So really, I am paying 3/4, right? But I'm going to multiply this by 40. 1 minus 1/4, I'm really going to pay 3/4 of the whole price. It's a different way of looking at it. Instead of looking at how much off, I'm going to look at how much I actually pay, the percent or fraction I pay. And again, I get $30. All right, that one's kind of crazy, but maybe you like that method. Well, let's keep working on it. We also have pants that are $33, right? We have pants that are $33. Well, if I go back up to the top, it said that pants are 1/3 off. Well, I'm going to start like I did a minute ago with my tape diagram. All right, there's my tape diagram. Represents the entire total percent, or total cost, which was $33. I want to take it and cut it into thirds, because that's what it's telling me, 1/3 off, so I'm going to cut it into thirds. So if I take my 33, break it into equal pieces, equal parts, they'd be $11 in each part, right? 11 plus 11 plus 11 is 33. I'm going to take 1/3 of it off. And what do I have left? $22. Okay? But of course, Mrs. Hoekstra knows other ways to solve it, so let's try it another way. I could take the full price and subtract 1/3 of the full price. So in other words, I could take $33 and subtract 11, because 1/3 of 33 is 11, and again, I get $22. Or, for those of you who don't want to deal with those numbers like that, I take the full price, subtract the 1/3, and multiply by the whole price. Or in this case, 2/3 times 33. And again, I still get $22. All right, so I've shown you 3 methods. My guess is 2 of them make more sense, maybe even 1 makes the most sense to you. All right. So let's try it again, but this time we have a slight difference. We were taking a discount, Big Al's Used Cars, right? Big Al gives a commission to his salespeople. Now, a commission means you're going to get a portion of it, okay? You get paid, you get to be paid a portion. I'm not getting that to work. Won't write that for me, you guys. You get paid a portion of the money. And according to this, I get 12% of the sale price. Well, I know a key word right there is the word of. When I see the word of, I know I'm going to be multiplying. So all the vehicles at Big Al's Used Cars, the commission is always 12% of the original price. Well, what's the price? They sold the car for $21,999. So I'm going to take 1/12 of $21,999. All right. Now I could take it and make a tape diagram of this, but I don't know about you guys, but I don't think cutting this into 12 pieces sounds like fun to me. Right? And then figuring out what each one of those pieces are. It just doesn't sound like a good time to me. So I'm just going to do the math on my calculator. Remember, you can use the ABC button. You would hit 1, hit the ABC button, and then 12, okay? And then you would just hit times, and then the $21.99, excuse me, and you should get $1,833.25, right? So if you were the car salesman, excuse me, you just made $1,833.25 just for selling that car. Good money. All right, let's do the next page. Example 3. Tax time. As part of a marketing plan, some businesses mark up their prices before they advertise a sales event. Some companies use this practice as a way to entice customers into the store without sacrificing their profits. A furniture store wants to host a sales event to improve its profit margin and to reduce its tax liability before its inventory is taxed at the end of the year. How much profit will the business make on a sale of a couch that is marked up? Ooh, I'm going to write that. Marked up 1/3 and then sold at 1/5 off if the original price, right, is $2,400. Okay, first of all, let's talk about a markup. Markup means they're going to add, let's write that down, they're going to add 1/3 of the original cost. Okay, and then obviously a discount says we're going to remove, right, or subtract. All right, so we have to start with that original price, and we know that the couch was originally $2,400, and they're going to mark it up. They're going to multiply it by 1/3 and then add it to the original price. Okay, so if I take that and figure this out, I end up getting $3,200. All right, so now they're going to say, hey, our sofa is on sale. Originally $3,200. All right, and now they're going to mark it 1/5. So we're going to take this new one here, and and we're going to subtract 1/5 of the original price. So I'm going to take $3,200 and I'm going to subtract 1/5 of that $3,200. Okay, now we could do this in the tape diagram, and I'll show you in a minute here. We would have $2,560. Okay, again, you could make this a tape diagram, split it into 5s. All right, split it into 5 equal pieces. That would be 640 in each one of those. If you wanted to do it with a tape diagram, right, we're going to remove one of those 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move that 5th one off. And then you would get your 2,560 that way. All right, so you can do it that way as well. And the question is, though, how much profit? Let's catch that way back up here. How much profit did they actually make? Right? Now remember, they got the couch for $2,400, but they just sold it for $2,560. Right? And I got to subtract what they paid for it originally. And they made how much money? They made $160 in profit. All right. Now another way to do this, because remember I'm going to show you guys multiple ways to do this. We could have taken 1 plus the 1/3, right? Because remember they marked it up 1/3 and multiplied it by the $2,400 and still got the $3,200. And then you could have taken that and did 1 minus the 1/5, because that's the discount. And multiply that by the 3,200, right? Which is just basically 4/5. Oops, 4/5 times 3,200. And you would have still gotten 2,560, and then go back and do that last subtraction. 2,560 minus 2,400, and again, you made a profit of $160. So I know I'm showing you guys 2 ways, but pick the way that makes the most sense to your brain. All right, do the one that makes the most sense to you. All right, last one, Born to Ride. A motorcycle dealer paid a certain price for a motorcycle and marked it up by 1/5. Marked it up by 1/5 of the price he had paid. He later sold it for $1,400, right? He sold it for $1,400. What was the original price? What's the original price? How much did he pay way back at the beginning, right? Way up here. What's that price? All right, I'm going to start off with the tape diagram. So we have 14,000, and we have to make our tape. Okay. Let's cut it into 5ths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is my 5ths, right? But then he added another 1/5, right? So I've got 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5, but then he marked it up another 1/5, right? So this is 6/5, or 1 1/5. This entire thing he sold for $14,000. Okay, this is the markup. So then we should be able to figure out how much was each one of these originally. Okay, so we have 6/5 times something, I don't know what it is, and that is equal to 14,000. Or we can think of it this way. We're going to take 14,000 and multiply it by that reciprocal, 5, 6. And I end up with $11,666.67. All right. Okay, so that's all for today. Hopefully you guys have a better understanding of how to use these and enjoy using those tape diagrams. I will see you all later.